Greetings folks, this video is all about the GitUp F1 True 4K Action Cam, direct from GitUp. And the GitUp, here it is here, has 160 degree field of view, 2.4 and 5.8 gigahertz Wi-Fi, image stabilisation at 1080 30, 1080 60, which is just awesome. It has a little OLED screen for changing settings here. It also has the Wi-Fi app, which works very well with my old iPhone 4S, which is amazing. It requires a Class 10 or UHS 1 quality card and can accept cards up to 128 gigabytes and can do 8 megapixel JPEGs at 3840 times 2160 pixels. Chip and sensor in this fella is the same as the Xiaomi Mijia, which is the highest quality action camera I have ever tried. So I'm expecting really superior quality out of this camera, but in the beautiful flat form. For onboard footage, I usually use my beloved Mobius, and you can see it's sort of front on. It's not much bigger than the Mobius. It is a fair bit bigger in the other dimensions. Very similar to the Foxy Legend 3, almost identical size and weight. Although it's flat form, if you look side on, it's pretty much identical size and weight to the normal GoPro style cameras. But it's perfect for onboard footage because, as you can see, the front on area would produce a lot less drag. So the chip is the Ambarella A12 and the sensor is the Sony IMX317, same as the Mijia, as I said. So let's look at what we get in the package. There's the little camera, of course. We also get lens cover, charging and image transfer cable, and this little video out cable as well, and very nice user manual, and some cool GitUp stickers. Let's talk about this little video out cable. There's a power in cable. You can charge it or power the camera from 5 volts. We have the video out that can go to an FPV setup. We also have this blue cable here. You'd think that was audio, but it's not. That is actually a PWM control cable, which means you can connect this camera up to your radio control receiver and operate it using your transmitter. Brilliant. Works properly too. We have the start stop button and select menu items button. We have a power on off, and we have the mode button and Wi-Fi. So let's just turn it on, hold and press and hold the power button, and we get the startup screen. So we have up the top the mode, and I think this is the exposure mode, 4K 30. We have 20 files on the card. How much recording time left? 5109, and the battery level. So I'll push the mode button, bottom right, and we change to the setup mode, normal, time-lapse, slow-mo, photo and video, looping video, and back to normal. Press the power button to step down to the next one, resolution 4K 30, 2160p 30, and that is actually just the 4K image squished sideways. It isn't actually cropped down to 4:3, it's squished to 4:3, so that's an odd setting. I don't really understand that one. 1440p 60, that's a true 16:9 aspect ratio, beautiful setting that one. 1440 30, 1080 120 frames a second, 1080 60, 1080 30, 722 40 frames a second, and we're back to the 4K 30. Quality superfine, normal and fine. I would just leave that on superfine, that doesn't make a lot of difference. You can have the date and timestamp on or off. You can zoom in if you want to, so could work well as a hat cam with 2 times zoom, and you have plenty of image quality to enable that zoom, so that's fine. Different sorts of metering, white balance, auto, incandescent, sunny, cloudy, fluorescent, outdoor. I'll show you some of these examples later on. Colour, the GitUp is the normal sort of colour, but you can choose different art, sepia, negative, black and white, vivid. They're all a bit crazy. I'll show you them as well. And back to GitUp. Going down, sharpness, medium and low. Tried all these out. Medium's the only usable one, I think. Low sharpness looks terrible, too sort of unsharp and losing all the detail. High is way too high. I would really like sort of adjustments closer to the medium, just a little bit more and a little bit less. Exposure value, I thought it was overexposing a bit, so I've dropped it down to -0.3, and that gives really nice images now. Image stabilisation on and off. This works really well, but it only works on 1080, but that's fine. Audio on and off, and you can reduce the amount of fisheye if you want to as well. I'll demonstrate that later on. Push the power button again and we go to photo mode. Push the settings button and we can go through all the different settings there as well. Burst, timer, time-lapse, all good settings. Resolution 8 megapixels, that's all you get, no change on that. I'll turn that stamp off. Zoom off, center metering, go to average, white balance, color, ISO, sharpness, exposure value, and fisheye on or off. DNG, that looks like that's a RAW setting, so you can have RAW recording as well, digital negative. Push the button again, we get to the camera setup. You can have quick record on or off, which is where it starts recording as soon as you turn it on. Turn the Wi-Fi on and off. Choose 2.4 or 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Bluetooth, so you must be able to get a remote control for it. All the rest, default mode, it'll do video when you turn it on. On-screen display for FPV view. Recording LEDs, flip it upside down, turn the beeps on and off. Auto off, time setup. Date format, have the stamp on, tell it what happens when you plug it into an external power, Bluetooth boot, your local light frequency, format the card, back to the default setting and the firmware version. There we go, back to video. Lots of great options there. The Wi-Fi app is the GitUp app. Download it from your favourite download spot. Press and hold the Wi-Fi button to turn it on. There we go, waiting for Wi-Fi. Might have to select it in your Wi-Fi settings. There's the GitUp. Select GitUp. Connect your camera. And there we go. We have all the settings here, change modes. Change settings or not. Change settings up here actually. Then you can change whatever you want to. All works very well on my old phone, which is just awesome. Change to photo mode. There you go. It's all available. That's the GitUp app. Very cool. That works well. Alright, let's look at the video out for FPV. So we just plug our little breakout cable into the GitUp. I have a video screen with a receiver on it. Video transmitter here. Plug the video transmitter in. Power up the video transmitter. We're getting something there. Turn the GitUp on. And there we go. So that works really well. You can see we've got a bit of the on-screen display there. You can turn that on and off, obviously. Push the button, shows that we're recording. It's a 4:3 aspect ratio output from the camera. This has been stretched out to 16:9, obviously. Let's have a look at what happens when we change modes. Playback and setup. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can do all the setup on the screen as well. That's very good. So it would work reasonably well for FPV. Don't know about the lag. Doesn't seem to be too much at all, actually. Be fine for flying planes anyway. Now let's have a look at the PWM control of the F1 camera. We have a receiver that's bound to a transmitter. Plug in the blue PWM cable. I've got the switch on channel 1. And plug the cable into the GitUp. Now if we watch the little red light there, switch the C switch up and we get video recording. Back to the center and the video stops and saves. C switch down, changes to photo mode and starts taking photos. I think I've got it set to take photos every 3 seconds at the moment, so it should just keep clicking away taking photos. Back to the centre and stops taking photos. Switch up again, back into video mode, and it's recording. That is a cool little feature. Now to set that up, I've just got this new model called GitUp, but you could have it on any model that you've got set up with a spare channel. Flick across to the mixer page. I've got my GitUp cable plugged into channel 1, and C switch in the middle position is 0 and max, up position is 85 and max, down position is negative 85 and max. So switched up gets the video recording, switched down gets the photos recording. Why 85? I'm not too sure actually. I just followed someone's advice on YouTube. I did start off using 100. I thought it worked intermittently, but seems to work a bit more consistently at a weight of 85. (1080/30) image stabilisation on. So this is 4K 30, just walking around on quite a windy day. Lovely day for a walk in the park though. Wonder how the audio sounds out in this situation. Almost back to my car, so we'll go for a drive now. Just driving around Eastern Park in Geelong. A lovely big area of park set aside for just conservation and recreational use. Quite a few cricket grounds, a colony of bats, a golf club, and lots of just lovely treed parkland. The flat shape or flat form factor of the GitUp F1 makes it perfect for fitting in this sonic wing just here, like that, just fits in awesome, or for taping onto a bigger plane wing. A lot less frontal area of the camera, and it's an awesome quality camera. So let's take it for a fly on the sonic wing. So this is 1080 30, no image stabilisation. Now image stabilisation on 1080-30. And we'll finish off with some lovely 4K footage. This is an excellent quality camera. It's almost perfect, but there are a few little niggles that I would like to see improved. The picture is super sharp, probably over sharpened a little bit. I'd like to drop back the sharpening just a little bit, but the low sharpening setting is too low and the high sharpening setting is way too high. Just some subtle adjustment either side of the medium sharpness would be really good. The colour, on auto white balance, I found the colour a little bit too blue, I think. I'd like a little bit more adjustment rather than having all those garish sort of art settings like pop art and 70s film and rubbish like that. I'd really like some sort of subtle adjustment of the white balance. The sunny white balance settings seem to be a little bit too yellow to me, and the outdoor white balance, I don't know what was going on there. Maybe outdoor on Mars, that might be good. The lens is very good quality. There was a little bit of purple colour fringing right on the edges in high contrast detail situations. That's fairly normal. Can't complain too much about that. The tones were very smooth. The colours almost there. Just need that little bit of adjustment and it would be perfect. I love the flat form factor. I love the resolution selections. The image stabilisation works very well. Love the PWM option for starting and stopping using your radio controlled transmitter. The 2.1K setting I don't really understand. That's a 16:9 image squished into a 4.5, squished into a 4.3 format. If I'm missing something here, please tell me. I don't understand why you would want that setting. You had the option of very high frame rates in 1080 and 720. Image quality suffers a bit when you use them, of course, but the 1080-60, the 1440-60 is beautiful. All in all, it's a very, very good quality camera, perfect for mounting on a plane for onboard or using as a hat cam if you zoom in. So I really like this one, the GitUp F1 Action Cam from GitUp. Thanks for watching.